share my screen, then we'll start. Let me share my screen. All right. Okay. Some issue while sharing my screen, that's why I'm getting delayed. But let me try one more time. Okay. All right, guys. Hope you are able to see my screen, right? Everyone able to see?
Yeah, it's visible now.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this session. Let's start. All right. So before we start this SD-WAN, we have to understand what is the key role nowadays in market of the SD-WAN technologies. Means whenever you go for any kind of discussion nowadays, nobody is talking about the legacy one. Everyone is talking about the SD-WAN. Why? Because it become a very key, important infrastructure need to deploy the SD-WAN. So that's why in everywhere, whenever go for any kind of the discussion, any kind of the WAN deployment, WAN solutions, they all are going to use the SD-WAN solutions. No one is talking about the legacy ones. Legacy WAN is going to be out from the market day by day. So if you are not going to learn this SD-WAN, probably you are going to be behind of this digital transformations. Means everyone is going to just suppress. Already we are in the AI era where AI is just killing everything. And everyone is just, going to learn AI. Why AI? Because AI is the future. And nowadays you can see multiple organizations are firing the engineers. Even the IT engineers are on the top list. Why? Because they are thinking the person who is working for a company for next 20 year, 10 year, 15 year, they are outdated. They are not upgraded themselves and they are not going to be value addition for the company. And because of that, they are just, going to be hire a new blood, new energy who have the new technology knowledge. Similar way, if you are the network engineer, if you are the network security engineer, and you are not planning to upgrade yourself, that is going to be a difficult situation for you also in the future. Why? Because in going forward, everything is going to be shifted on the SD-WAN technology, SDN technology. So it's very important. It's very important to you to have to grab this technology. You have to learn this technology. If you're not going to learn, it is going to be very problematic for you, right? So nowadays, SD-WAN is a future. And it's not a future, it's already in present having the very high demand. Means almost 60-70% customers in a market who already changed their legacy infrastructures to SD-WAN. And the engineer who was supporting the legacy WAN technology, they start working on the SD-WAN technology. But without having a right knowledge, if you're going to operate the product, that is going to be nightmare for you. Why it is going to be nightmare? Because you don't have the right knowledge, so you cannot do the right configuration, you cannot do the right troubleshooting, not right design. So might be your management is not going to be happy at all. So you must have to be, give me 1 second, guys. Am I audible, right? Still I'm audible? Clear?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. So
You are audible.
yes, still you have to be go and use this SDN technology. And that's the market need. So in industry, we have the different sectors available. We have the healthcare sectors, we have the FMCG sectors, we have the other sectors also available in the market, and every tech sectors are going to use this SDN technology. And that's why you guys are here to learn this SDN technologies. Means even banking, even FMCG, even if you have talked about the any kind of the hospital, that is a healthcare, any kind of other insurance industry, they all are going to use the SDN technology because they have the multiple branches for the different locations. And without using this SDN technology, might be they're not going to leverage the cost effective solutions to just communicate all their employees together all their hosted servers based on the on-premises or might be based on the cloud together, and even for the different third-party applications. Let's suppose they want to work from home and they want to connect their data centers, they connect their third-party tools, might be they're using some kind of the HR tools, some kind of the salary processing tools, some kind of the any kind of the third-party applications. So they require some kind of remote connectivity securely who is going to be communicate with those kind of the solutions. So that's why SD-WAN is the very important nowadays. I hope you all are agree with me, right? So how this SD-WAN is going to be game changer, how this is going to be transform your entire journey, that we have to understand together. So that's why I'm here. And myself is Pankaj, and I'll be your instructor. And almost I have the 17 plus year of experience in the industry. I work for different companies, like you named it. Almost I work for the every big MNCs for the consulting role. Like I work as a senior solution architect, I work as a network designer, I work as a like a principal architect, and also for the management role for the all network security operations. After that, I was also dealing with the different kind of the verticals where I was solely responsible to drive the complex network security project, including the SD-WAN, Zscaler, SASE solution, Prisma Access, Zscalers, including the Versa SD-WAN, Cisco SD-WAN, and even the FortiGate SD-WAN, and firewall like Palo Alto and FortiGate, and routing, switching, and wireless. So after doing this all, I finally come in the training domain also, and I love to deliver the training. And since many year, almost 8 year, I was doing for the in-house company training, also deal with the corporate trainings, and now I'm with you all guys. So you guys feel free to ask anything. If you have any questions, anything you feel like you want to discuss with me, not only SD-WAN related, even you feel like you're stuck somewhere else in the SASE, if you're stuck in somewhere in the firewall solutions, stuck in somewhere in the wireless solutions, so feel free to ask. I will definitely try my best to help you out, right? So that's about my short introduction. And before I proceed and start doing this SD-WAN, I would like to have the bit discussion, like discussion about yourself. So I come to know where you're working, what you are doing, and how much experience you have, and what is your expectations from my side in terms of the SD-WAN. What do you actually like facing challenges, and you want to learn something from me, so it is going to help you in the future. So I will start with the Kales Babu. Can you just give us some introduction about yourself, Kales? You want to?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm audible, sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
Myself, college professor.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, I'm working as a networking engineer, sir.
Okay.
I have about 2.2 years as a networking engineer, sir.
How much experience you have, Kales?
2.2, sir. 2.2.
Okay, that's fine.
I know upper routing protocol, OSPF, BGP. I know Palo Alto firewall.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from, I don't know anything, sir. Like, I don't know any SD-WAN.
Mm-hmm.
These are new techniques, load balancers. I want to learn some things.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, so can I ask one thing, sir?
Yes, Kales, can you just adjust your mic as well, because
Now
you're
am I audible?
that much
Now
clear.
is it okay, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, for SD-WAN learning, we need to learn MPLS is required, sir.
See, MPLS is required definitely, because when you go for learn for the SD-WAN, SD-WAN is it's not mandatory you should know the MPLS, but you should know how the MPLS infrastructure is going to work. If I, to be honest, if I talk about the only SD-WAN, so SD-WAN is going to leverage your all legacy technology. Even it's going to require the static routing, it's going to require dynamic routing like BGP, MPVGP, MPLS technologies, but even you know how to configure it to just build the underlay, then your overlay is going to be completely SD-WAN. That's completely new transport, new technologies, new kind of the connectivity, new kind of the overlay. So if we have the basic knowledge of the static routing, and definitely not basic, static routing should be good, but basic routing knowledge of the BGP, how it is going to configure, then is going to be helpful, because
Sir, I
that
know.
all is going to be used for the ISP point of view. Rest are going to use for the your just for the underlay connectivity for the any kind of things you want to do that.
Okay, sir. Because I don't know anything about the MPLS protocol. I know OSPF and BGP I configured it.
All right, all right. No worry. So how much experience you have, Kilis, right now?
Current 2.2 as a network engineer.
Okay, okay. And which city you are working right now?
Hyderabad.
All right, good. Thanks, thanks. And I'll start with the Manish. Hi, Manish. You there, Manish? Hello, Manish.
Yeah, hello sir. Good evening, sir.
Very good evening. Can you
Sir,
just give us some introductions?
yeah, myself Manish Ranjan, sir. I am working in Hyderabad Precision IT, and my client is currently VSC.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, I am working on switching technology, FortiGate firewall. And
Mm-hmm.
apart from that, I want to learn SD-WAN, so I joined your session, sir. And
Mm-hmm.
I have also knowledge of BGP, OSPF, interVLAN, these things. And also Palo Alto, I did course from your, I taken recorded lecture from your GUI, and I did Palo Alto from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know one thing, sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
SD-WAN, actually, I want to give interview after 2 months. So how
Mm-hmm.
much SD-WAN, how much it will take SD-WAN to finish all the things?
Within 2 months, we are going to finish. Don't worry, okay? Because
And I will get some basic ideas, sir, so I can give interview.
definitely not basic idea. From zero to hero batch, you're going to get from the basic to advanced understanding about the SD-WAN. Not only the basic idea, Manish, okay? Don't worry, I'm here. And I will try to give you the best learning experience in terms of the from very scratch, how to start with SD-WAN, how to build the foundation of the SD-WAN, and then we'll see how it is going to be top of the underlay, how it is going to build the overlay. So don't worry.
Actually, previous guy Kalesh talked to you. He was working with me for one day.
Mm-hmm.
So we made a plan, and I suggested him to join GUI.
Mm-hmm.
Previous guy
Okay.
you talk not Kalesh, sir. He is working with me only,
Okay.
but
Good.
he
Good.
changed
So,
company, sir.
okay. So he placed that the old guy who referred to you.
No, no, no. I referred him, sir. Actually,
Acha,
I
okay, you
belongs from
referred.
North India. So
Okay.
I have
Okay.
idea about GUI. He belongs from South India, so he don't have
Mhm.
idea about GUI. I suggested him that you are teaching well and all the things. So he thinks,
Thank you.
okay,
Thank you
we will
so much,
join together.
please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your recommendation. Really appreciate. Okay.
Thanks, sir.
All right. So how much experience, Manish, you have?
I have 5 years of experience, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And but I have little bit basic. I am studying sometime in basics, sir. I have not too much strong basics.
Don't
This
worry,
is the issue
Manish.
with me.
So you just have to focus on the more basics, right? And I'll just focus with the basic things like how things is going to be happen in terms of the more about the underlay, because it's
Okay,
going to
sir.
require your static routing understanding. It's going to require your dynamic routing understanding. And we'll talk about the basic fundamental, how the RAIB is going to work, how the FIB is going to work, what is the routing concept, what is the routed protocol, what is the routing protocols, why it is very important. When you talk about the bigger thing, your base should be very much clear. If it is not clear, that means something you are missing. Okay. So it is very
Okay, sir.
important.
Okay.
You always should know about the basics, and it is going to be game changer. Even you're trying to build a very sophisticated house, very big buildings, but if you're not going to prepare your base, it is going to be always, risky. So my focus always to work on the root. If your root is going to be very strong, you can clear any kind of the interview. Thank you so much for joining the session.
Sure. Sure. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Hi,
lot.
Pratik. How are you today? Pratik Khanna.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, sir. I'm good,
Very good
sir.
evening.
Good evening, sir. How? I'm good. What about you?
Good, good, good. I'm also doing great, Pratik. Thanks for joining this session. Yes, tell me something about yourself. What
Yeah.
grade do
So,
you have? Where are you working right now?
okay. So my name is Prateek, and I'm like currently working with Wipro Technologies,
Mm-hmm.
and my overall experience is around 9 years now.
Oh, great. Okay.
So currently, I'm working as a van engineer only.
Mm-hmm.
So like I have one European client and
Mm-hmm.
spanning across like 135 countries.
Okay.
So I'm working in the van team only.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like as the industry shifting towards SD-WAN. So I want to learn this new technology, and that's why I've joined this your session.
Good. Thank you so much, Pratik, for choosing us, right? So, do you have any idea about the SD-WAN in past, or you are just starting from the very first time, very scratch?
Yeah, SD-WAN. This is my like I'm starting from scratch only, and but I have the idea about a good idea about the WAN technology like BGP, MPLS, and and tunneling as well, like DMVP and IPsec. But so SD-WAN is totally new for me. I will start from scratch.
Good, good, good. No worry. I will help you to build a good foundation and together we'll learn this technology. All right. Thank you, Prateek, joining the
Thank you, sir.
session.
Thank you.
Hi, Rakesh Nair. Very good evening to you. Rakesh?
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you just tell something about yourself, where you're working, how much experience you have?
I am working in TCS. I have around 15 years of experience.
Wow, great.
In,
15-year experience and working in TCS. Okay.
not in TCS, TCS past 4 years. So I actually joined your previous batch, but due to some time constraint, I could not continue.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I had to rejoin this batch. I had only 1 or 2 classes in the
No problem,
course.
Rakesh. So we will try to, continue from here. So don't worry. Okay. And what is the current technology you're working on TCS? Because already 4+ year and having 15+ year of experience. And how is the situation in TCS nowadays? Everything is going well?
It's not smooth for everyone.
Hmm.
Yeah. So recent project is going smoothly.
For which project?
No, whoever is in active project is
Uh-huh.
fine. Whoever is no in free pool, they are not having a good time.
So what technology you are handling right now? Means complete network or some security part
Yeah.
as well?
Complete network, and we also have security. I haven't worked on it. We have Palo Alto SD-WAN, so I would
Mm-hmm.
like to own that. So for
Mm-hmm.
that, I would like to know um, how the technology works.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rakesh, and welcome to the class. Hi, Sumit. How are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Your voice is not coming, Sumit.
Could you please confirm
It's
now?
very low. It's very soft. Can you just increase some voice?
Could you please confirm now?
No, it's still not.
Just allow me a moment, please.
It's coming better here. It's coming better a little bit. Try again.
1 second, just allow me a moment.
Yes, please take your time.
So could you please confirm now it is fine or it is not?
It's much better. You can go ahead, please. It's much better.
Okay, so as you know, my name is Sumit Kumacha and I have almost 13 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
And currently I'm working with the Juniper network.
Okay.
Okay, so I have worked with Cisco also for almost 6 years, and other than Cisco, I work for Bharti Airtel for almost
Mm.
4 to 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm working on the core technology like routing, switching, and also I worked on the service provider.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, my role is on mostly on the you can say that security that SRX box. I'm going to work on those boxes. I'm doing some courses on those internally. So this is my overall experience.
So you're in the Juniper tag and you're managing the
No,
Juniper
no, I'm not in the tech. I'm on the professional services.
professional services. Okay, that's
Yes.
good. So what motivates
Because
you to learn this SD-WAN? Means anything triggered in your mind to
no,
learn?
no, because when I was in Cisco, so I know a bit SD when I worked a bit, not much basic things I know. So
Mm.
that I think having a multiple technology it is good for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like earlier I haven't worked on the security, but now I'm start working on the security. And being a Cisco, I have a very good experience in the Cisco, almost 12 year of experience in the Cisco itself, including
Mm-hmm.
Juniper.
Okay.
So probably if I get something from SD-WAN, because this is I know I'm not going to work on the SD-WAN for the next till I'm in Juniper. They have a
Mm-hmm.
Juniper Mist and they have a SD-WAN. So basically, you can say that if I know the SD-WAN, so
Mm-hmm.
concept wise everything is same for Cisco or Juniper. Its command line differences will come in the picture.
Yeah, there is two things like the Cisco and Juniper. The one thing I agree, like if you're adding the more like a skill set in your CV, you're going to get more opportunity and versatile skill set for your professional journey. We are going to get like different opportunity and work on the multi-skill technologies. That's one thing. Second thing, if you are going to learn any SD-WAN technology, it is going to help to learn another. SD-WAN technology, because it's more or less is going to be similar, but one thing, command line is totally going to be different. And another thing, when you're going to deploy the SD-WAN, their deployment method, like GUI interfaces, are also going to be different. So just two things, if you have the good understanding about the deployment methods and command line method and overall the SD-WAN architecture, then it is going to be very helpful for anyone, for any scenario if it's
So
going.
by the concept wise, both Juniper and Cisco both are same, I think.
Right, let's take an example. If you're running the BGP, right? So BGP is going to be work in same way for the either Cisco router and Juniper router. The concept is going to be same, right? Similarly, if I'm going to the SD-WAN deployment, it's a controller-based architecture. So every deployment means if I'm going to use for the SD-WAN for the any vendor, let's suppose Meraki or might be the Juniper, might be the Versa, might be the Velo Cloud, might be the Zscaler, Netaspoke, they all are going to be use the same kind of the architecture, because SDN architecture is going to remain same, controller and the control plane, data plane, and we have the management plane. So more or less they are going to be same. They're going to use the tunnels to build the connectivity for the maintain the security. So this is the way how they're going to create overall fabric. So all vendor are going to be similar architecture. So if you're going to learn at least one, the another is going to be very helpful to understand quickly on that. So it is going to be always
Okay.
helpful. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sumit, for joining this session. Hey, Bharat, how are you, Bharat? Wapi, you able to hear me, Bharat? Hello, Bharat? No. Bharat, you want to talk? Your voice is not coming. I can see you trying to talk, but if you're listening me, please let me know. Or you can type in chat as well. Let's move to the Ojo. Hi, Ojo. Good day to you. What time zone you are right now? Timtro Ojo.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome to the class. What time zone? Which country you are?
Yeah, I'm in Nigeria and West Africa, Nigeria.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm currently 4 p.m. in Nigeria.
great.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yes.
All right. So, what you're doing and how much experience you have for overall in your industry, and what is happening in Nigeria right now in terms of the technologies? A little bit brief us, because we are in the India, so we come to know about your country status as well, about our digital transformations. What is happening there?
Yeah, SD-WAN technology is just is penetrating into Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
I think most companies are starting to adopt SD-WAN solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Though I think the technical skills is still not very common,
Oh,
like the
okay.
legacy technologies.
Hmm.
So I think I'm here to learn more about SD-WAN solution and most importantly, SASE being
Sassy.
the new thing.
Sassy. Right. Agree. It's a very demanding. What you doing right now? How much experience you have? Can you just talk about your experience, day-to-day work, Ojo?
Yeah, I'm an IP engineer. I have 15 years experience. I work on MPLS network.
Oh, core and MPLS network. So you know very well routing and switching, right?
Sure.
Good. Welcome to the class. Thank you so much for joining this session. All right, so already I introduced about myself, right? And already I have 17 plus year experience and work in a different industry. And as I mentioned, my name is Pankaj. So let me rename myself so you guys can some like badge also know me the Vishal. Okay, so don't worry because I was quite famous with the Vishal. So if someone is calling Vishal, so just understand Pankaj and Vishal is the same person. So don't get confused, and I'll be like end-to-end instructor for this particular curriculum. All right, so let's start, right, and have a discussion about the SD-WAN solution. So let me quickly go on the board and discuss something about the before SD-WAN. So definitely we'll talk about the curriculums, right? How this program is going to happen. I will discuss in very detail. Means entire this module is going to be happen on depth in terms of the lab-based solutions. Means completely we are going to discuss about the end-to-end lab deployment from scratch. I will show you how it is going to look like. and everything is going to be live trainings. Means whatever training is going to happen, it's completely live and hands-ons. And learning outcome, definitely once you complete this training, you have the very good knowledge about that, what you are going to do in production environment, because the lab has been designed in such a way where you are going to get in-house, like how to deploy the SD-WAN from the scratch, and even for the enterprise level, how to deploy the SD-WAN from the scratch. And if you're working in the operational point of view, how you can do the troubleshooting and configuration in the live environment. So that is going to be happen, right? And you can see this is the lab topology. You're going to get the same lab topology, and it is going to be used for the all kind of the connectivity. Means we are going to get almost 1, 2, 3, 5 branches, right? In this 5 branches, you are going to see these are the CH base, right? These are CH, and hold on. So this is a vEdge, this is again vEdge, this is the CH, and this is the vEdge, right? And going forward, you're going to see this lab is also going to be upgraded with the complete CS, because Cisco is just eliminating all vEdges from the production. So they are going to use the complete CH kind of the infrastructure, CH V8000 series of router. So they're going to deploy, and these all controllers are also going to be replaced. Like vManage is going to replace with the manager. So I will show this all. This is going to be replaced with the validator, right? And this is going to replace with the like controller. So I will show you how it is going to happen in the latest code as well, because we have the in-house inbuilt SD-WAN technology as well. So I will show you basically how this all is going to be look like. But overall, in the lab stability point of view, we have this lab where you can test all template, where you can test all policies, where you can test every kind of the localized centralized policy for controller onboarding, for branch onboarding, for CLI configuration, from GUI configuration. So you don't have to worry about anything. Means things is going to be completely from basic to advanced. Means even how to start it from day 0 configuration. Means let's suppose you want to configure this vManage for day 0 configuration. What is the key parameter you have to follow to do the configurations? If you want to build these controllers to onboard on the vManage, how to build the underlay, how the certificate authority is going to be configured, how to configure my these MPLS in internet configuration via 2 methods. One is going to use the static routing, and one is going to use for the MPLS. So we are going to build the underlay connectivity from both methods, static and MPLS. And subsequently, we'll build these hub locations where we are going to deploy some kind of the advancing VRRP. We're going to deploy some kind of the TLOC extensions. We are going to deploy some kind of the firewall based filtering as well, like if it is going to needed. And also we're going to talk about DIM. So this all is going to cover in very detail. So you guys are going to understand from the scratch. And definitely, if you go for the official Cisco syllabus, we are going to get total 6 modules. You can see here, total 6 modules is going to be there. One is going to be architectures. One is going to be controller deployment, in router deployment, policy, security and quality and services, and management and operations. So overall, this 6 module is going to complete your entire SD-WAN learning. So in architecture, you are going to understand about all about the theoretical concept. Means what is the logic behind the SD-WAN? What was the problem in the WAN infrastructure, and how the SD-WAN is going to solve that problem? And what are the key component? Why you use the validator? Why you use the manager? Why you use the different routers and controllers? What is the underlay concept? What is the overlay concept? That we have to all discussion happen in the architecture level, and the controller and deployment we have to do the from scratch. Let's suppose I have to deploy the controller. What is the prerequisite is going to happen? What kind of environment is going to require? Means in case you want to deploy in the your on premises, how it is going to deploy. In case you want to deploy in terms of the your cloud-based solution, then how it is going to be happen. Private cloud, public cloud. So all we'll discuss in this controller deployment process. And it is going to be very complex controller deployment, because you have to do certification and all, how to build the root CA, how to generate a certificate, how to validate, how it is going to become my zero trust deployment. Then router deployment is going to be happen. Then we have to means router deployment, how to vEdge and CH is going to deploy here. And then we have to understand the policies, how my localized policy is going to be deployed, how my centralized policy is going to deploy. And then security and quality and services and management in operations. So these all modules we are going to cover throughout these sessions. And if you go a little bit down, you're going to find that more detailed information about this, like architecture point of view. You can see in architecture point of view, we have to understand TLOC, IP6, GRE, vRoute, BFD, vSmart, WAN. That's a validator. Sorry, V1 is a validator. NAT, vSmart is like your controller, OMP, overlay management protocols. We have the manager, BFD tunnels, and then we have to discuss about that complete SD-WAN platform and capabilities. We'll discuss about what is my CH capabilities, what is my VH capabilities, how the CH and VH are going to be make the SD-WAN fabric, and how when I create the VPN on the VH and the VRF on the CH router, how they are going to make the communication to each other. That we have to understand. And at the same time, we have to understand what is the use of the SaaS applications, how my SD-WAN is going to connect with SaaS applications, and what is the need, how we can make them connectivity from the DIA, and if I want to make as a IaaS application, infrastructure as services, right, where partial application is managed by me and partial is managed by my cloud providers, how the connectivity is going to happen. If I want to talk about the colo is just renting services, means if I want to integrate my devices on the colocation is like taken a space where my rent based services is going to be paid. Let's suppose I put routers, put switches, or put some firewall, but I have to pay rent. I don't have to own that particular locations, but still my device is going to be there. Then how it is going to be managed? That we'll discuss that part as well. That is all is going to cover in the first module, that is architecture. The second module is going to be your controller deployment. Means if you want to deploy the controllers, so what is the step-by-step process to deploy the controller? You can see, understand the control deployment method. Means if I want to deploy in my on premises, then how it is going to deploy. If I want to deploy my cloud, then how it is going to deploy. How the controller is going to be hardware or it is going to be software. That also we have to understand. At the same time, like KVM, hypervisor, installation controller, scalability, redundancy, certificate and device list, troubleshooting, control plane, data plane. So these all is going to part of the controller deployment. So once we learn this controller deployment, you guys are going to become a champion. Step-by-step process, how this controller is going to be deployed and what is the use case for that. Okay. And then we have to go and discuss about the router deployment, because end of the day, your branches must be connected with the controller, because branches has to carry your traffic. It's not like controller is going to carry your traffic. Your branches must be going to carry your traffic. So if I want to deploy my controller, so controller is going to carry your brains, right? Means all information is going to part of your brain, but actual data plane is going to come from my routers. So we have to start doing discussion about the onboarding process of the routers, like how it is going to process by the zero touch provisioning process, ZTP process we have to discuss here in very details. And even I want to design the data centers and regional hub deployment. Means we are going to talk about full mesh topology deployment. We are going to talk about hub and spoke topology deployment. So how these all are going to be happen? If you want to discuss about TLOC extension, circuit terminations, then how it is going to happen? What is dynamic tunnel concept? What is the overlay versus underlay configuration concept? Why underlay is going to be very important? Why overlay is going to be very important? At the same time, we have to discuss about the OMP. That's a very new protocol in the SD-WAN. Means overlay management protocol. How this overlay management protocol is going to work for any kind of the routing in the SD-WAN fabric. So this is very key. Might be you're going to learn. You have already very good knowledge. Let me change my. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to change my pen. Hold down. So, okay. So already you know like multiple routing protocols. Means you know what is a OSPF, right? You know what is a BGP. You might be learned about the EIGRP, ISIS, right? Even you the RIP and MPLS, MPBGP, right? These all protocol might be you learned, but never you think about the OMP. OMP is going to very new, like that is known as the overlay management protocol. So if I want to deploy this, how this architecture is going to happen, how this OMP is going to build, under which tunnel, there are going to be multiple tunnel, TLS tunnel, DTLS tunnel. They're going to use some kind of the BFD tunnel, IPsec tunnel, control tunnel. So we have to understand all tunnels concept first of all. Without knowing all tunnel concept, probably you are not going to understand whole definition of the SD-WAN. So that also we have to understand here. And then also we have to understand how the TLOC is going to be built, right? What is the TLOC configuration is going to be happen? What is a VRRP? What is a BGP, right? And how the HSRP is not going to support by this SD-WAN. So we don't have to talk about this HSRP. And then we have to multicast understanding as well. And here is the policies. Policy is the brain of the SD-WAN. Let's suppose you want to understand how my traffic should be like manipulated. Even in BGP, you have done the path manipulation based on the attributes. Might be you've done the attribute based manipulation of the local preference. You've done for the any kind of the ACE path prepared. You've done for the MAD, even the weight. So they just manipulate, influence your inbound and outbound traffic based on your requirement, how you want to send the traffic, how you want to receive the traffic. Similar way, in the SD-WAN, we have the concept where we can do the manipulation traffic based on the policies. Let's suppose I have one of the design. I have this is my one of the SD-WAN. This is my hub locations, right? And where is connected with one of the VH1 router. And I have the spoke locations. This is the spoke 1, right? This is my spoke 2. So by default, whenever you build the SD-WAN, what happens? Let's suppose I have a single transport here. We'll discuss dual transport later, MPLS. All 3 locations are going to be connected. So by default, they have the IPsec tunnel with the full mask. This side have the IPsec tunnel. This side have the IPsec tunnel. This side also have the IPsec tunnel. So these all side is going to use the IPsec tunnel, right? So what happened? If one branch want to talk to another branch, in case spoke 1 want to talk to the spoke 2 and hub location, they directly go to reach each other because they are in the full mask topology. But if I want to change this behavior, my branch 1 should not directly talk to the spoke. I want my whole traffic, even the control plane data plane traffic should go in the hub, then it's come to the spoke. So default is my full mask because everyone is going to build a tunnel with everyone. But if I want to change this behavior, then probably I need to use my policy. Policy is going to change the entire fabric operations. And this policy further can be classified in 2 types. The policy can be classified as a localized policy, and it is going to classify as a centralized policy. So this policy is going to play a game changer here. So my policy is going to be there, which is going to be applied. I'll show you later on how I can do the route preference policy, how I can do any kind of other policies for the hub and spoke full mask policy, data policy, VPN membership policy. Even I want to do for any kind of the route leak policy. Even I want to do the application of a routing policy. That's all was centralized policy. Localized policy, if I want to do the BGP path manipulation, ACL configuration, if I want to do for any kind of the, let's suppose access list apply on the QS policy apply, I want to do that. So these all is going to part of the policy. So policy is going to be quite bigger. And in this policy, you guys are going to learn about the control policy, data policy. You can see here, you are going to learn end-to-end segmentations. You are going to learn the VPN segmentations, topologies, application aware routing policy, DIA policy. Even I can show you right away, even in productions, if I go and share my screen, you guys can see it. See, you can go here, you can create multiple policies. See, we have centralized and localized. In centralized, if I want to create, I'll go here and see, this is the topology. In this topology, I can create for the hub and spoke, full mask, TLOC based policy, import existing policy. I'll explain these all things. VPN membership policy, right? And if I go here, we have the application of a routing policy, traffic data policy, sea floor policy. And even I go for the further, we are going to find it is a how to apply the final policy. And this is a centralized policy. And if I go for the localized policy, we can create the localized policy also. You can see here, like QS policy, policy rewrite we can do for the QS DSP marking, access list policy, right? And even I want to apply for the route policy for the BGP route manipulations, BGP local preference, matrix, next hop. This all is possible. We can do that. So this policy is very important, right? And it's a brain. And before the policy, even in this router deployment process, if I go and talk about it, in this router deployment process, we have to talk about the feature template and device template. Means the router is going to deploy via the feature template, via device template, CLI mode and GUI mode. Both we have to understand. So that is going to another game changer. So policy, template, feature, device, you must have to learn. And then after we are going to talk about, once we discuss policy, we have to discuss about the quality and quality services and the security. SD-WAN, if you're going to deploy for the SD-WAN solutions, you don't have to buy the firewall solutions. By default, you can see in the backside, means if you're talking about the applications, right? These applications is going to be there. Means anything you're talking about the applications based filtering, it is possible. Intrusion prevention filtering, it is possible. You want to do for the URL filtering, it is possible. Advanced malware protection, AMP, it is possible. You want to do for any kind of the DNS SSL inspection, that all is possible. Secure internet gateway, it is possible. So even you are going to use any SDN solutions nowadays, especially for Cisco, Versa, Polo, Zscaler, you don't have to buy the security elements, because the solution it's come as your routing switching plus security. Means at least it is going to serve your one of the security requirement without any issue. Means you can simply deploy the solutions and it is going to work to just support your all kind of the security requirement. So we will see that you don't have to do lab in our modules, but I will show one of the lab how it is going to deploy and how it is going to activate, because to deploy the full security feature, we require the license. Yes, Ojo, please go ahead.
Yeah, are you saying that we don't need to buy firewall at the edge?
Yes, right. I am right. Means if you are using a like SD-WAN solution itself having the all feature available. Let me show you right away. If I go here, you see here security. You able to see my screen, Ojo? You able to see
Yes,
my
I
screen?
could see it. Yes,
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah, so you can see if I go here, I can do all features. I want to create a firewall policy, I can do it here. Let me just create. I cannot create. Let me try to create one of the policy. I'm just creating one of our test. Okay. So you can do everything, whatever you can do in the firewall. This SD-WAN have the all features. I will show you later. If I want to add one of the rule, let's suppose test rule, I want to any rule, anything I want to deny or allow and inspect. I will discuss later what is the meaning of that. Save this firewall policy. Save this policy. I'll go for next. This is a firewall policy. Intrusion preventions. I can create for the IPS. So I can just select the target VPN 0. Okay. I'll click it here. I'll click it here. IPS. Right. IPS, right? And this IPS is going to enable. If I go further, I want to enable the URL filtering. So I can enable the URL filtering as well. I will demonstrate this all later on, right? We will do one lab. And any category, let's suppose you want to adult website, you want to pornography, you want to block. It is possible. Even you want to search gambling, okay? That is also going to be blocked, because I'm the security instructor. So I know how this feature is going to be used. And let's suppose we cannot enable advanced malware protections, AMP, because this required license. But I can choose the regions. This is not going to work, but you can see now we have the DNS Cisco umbrella. If you want to DNS security, it is also possible. So it is not going to be applied. So I go in next SL inspection, you can do that. And then you just save the policy. So I can go. And see this all policy has been created in CLI format. So Ojo, whatever you want to do that is going to be created without any problem. And this is going to be just work as a firewalls. Exactly. And that's why SD-WAN is nowadays very, in a requirement, because every vendor want to save the cost. They don't want the perimeter firewalls to be used for any kind of the malware filtering, any kind of the your firewall URL filtering, advanced malware protections. This is just going to help in terms of simply uh, protecting your all network traffic. Clear, Ojo? Make sense?
Yes, very clear. Thank you.
Thank you. So even this all feature, and then we have the QS. Definitely we'll do the QS configuration, how the queuing is going to happen, shaping, policing, marking, personal queuing, adaptive QS, how it is going to happen. And then the last that is going to be management and operations. Means if you have to do the monitoring, if you are the monitoring guys, like operation guys, then how you can do the monitoring, authentications, configure authentication, monitoring and reporting, REST API integration, software image upgradations, downgrade. This all is going to happen. And based on that, you are going to be complete your day-to-day operations. So this is all 6 module we are going to cover throughout this session. Any question here? Anyone have anything coming in your mind? Any doubt? Something? This is not my syllabus. This is Cisco syllabus. Okay. So whatever Cisco syllabus latest have on the portals, we are just follow the same, and we are trying to just go with the Cisco syllabus. But in terms of the template and policy, we are going to more than even Cisco, because we have to test multiple use cases, and almost 20 policies we are going to test. 20 flavor of policy, 15 to 20. Similar 30 plus template you are going to build, because we have to test a lot of complex scenario where we have the multiple branches. You can see the same lab which I was earlier explaining. Let me share my screen so you guys can see that. This is the entire lab. Okay. This entire lab, we are going to build the VS, CS, firewalls, everything we're going to do that. And then we'll see that how it is going to be helpful in terms of the real deployment. And last but not least, when I just go for the last one. So after this all module, everyone is going to get the certifications, the completion certification for the GUINET, because we are the private limited company and MSME registered, right? Startup India registered, Startup UP registered. So it's going to be valid for the everywhere if you're going to show that, right? And you're going to get 24/7 lab access from our side. Arun, please mute yourself. Arun, mute yourself. And also you're going to get, definitely I'll be there for all kind of the issues you are facing, because you're going to meet regularly. So we are going to get one-to-one mentoring session. If you have any doubt, not only the SD-WAN, anything, even you're stuck in the SASE solutions, Zscaler. So I'll be like going to act as your mentor. I'll help you if you're stuck somewhere. Any doubt you have, you can always ask. But when you're in the class, we are going to more focus on the SD-WAN. Definitely, if you're going to a part of the GUINET community, you are going to be get job assistance on the regular basis, because we have the community. You guys can request to join the community on this number, support number. Somebody is going to add you in the community where you're going to get the regular job updates, especially for the India, sometime for the out of India as well, but more we are focused on the India centrics. So you guys are going to get more jobs for the different flavor, SD-WAN, firewalls, routing, switching, wireless. So update is going to be there, and video access is going to be lifetime. So whatever the session is going to be recorded, that is going to be available on your portal. So let's suppose once you enroll yourself, and you're going to get portal access, learn.guinet.com. Here you can download your means applications, Android app and the iOS app, both available on the our website. Just click on here and you can download it. And after that, you can just go and basically complete your learnings, and it is going to be lifetime for you. You don't have to worry about anything, right? So that is about the live session. Definitely it's going to be all live session, and this is something going to be from GoInet. Any questions still here, guys? Please ask me if you have any questions. Feel free to ask. And the class is going to be happen this time. It's going to be 8 or might be 8:15. We'll decide, but it is going to be same time, 1 hour session on the Monday to Friday. Any questions anyone have?
Yeah, Vishal sir, but I have enrolled for the weekend batch. So
Weekend. Weekend batch, right? You enroll for the weekend, means Saturday, Sunday, right?
right, 2 to 4:30 p.m. batch.
Okay, no worry. So we'll move on that. You don't have time on this batch for this?
No, no.
Okay, no worries. So we'll cover that also. Don't worry. Okay, we'll discuss separately.
Okay.
Don't worry. Any other questions, guys? Anyone have for anything?
Sir, full SD-WAN classes will be in English or mix Hindi or English or
You can ask
Hindi?
questions. There is no problem, right? You can ask anything. If you have any doubt, you can ask. There is no problem. Any problem to understand, Manish?
No, sir, not understand, but we are understanding more in layman language in this sometimes. So I am asking this
Okay,
type of
no
doubt.
problem. You can ask. I'm very much flexible. Okay. This is just demo class, so we are just talking in the more English because the global audience is going to be there. But definitely once the class is going to be closed, right? It's
Okay.
decided mutually by us, right? Most times, sometimes it's
And
Hindi, sometimes in
yes,
English.
sir.
But you can ask any language to me. मैं हर language में जवाब दूंगा आपको. जब तक आपको समझ नहीं आएगा, तब तक मैं समझा के छोड़ूंगा आपको. ठीक है? So don't worry about that.
And suppose suppose I missed any class, sir. In that case, suppose I missed 1 week completely, then I will see the recording things only, na? Recorded lecture I can see
Right,
and I
right.
can ask. And
Definitely, you can
suppose,
ask
sir, if
questions.
I want to,
Mhm.
and one more doubt, sir. Suppose our 2-month date finished, all SD-WAN finished. After that, I am getting some doubt. So I can request to join your next SD-WAN
Yes, yes,
classes.
yes,
It is
yes, yes.
possible from your side?
Yes, Manish. In 1 year you can join anytime my any batches. Okay, there's no problem.
Okay, thanks, sir.
You don't have to worry about anything that part. Okay, I'm always here. Even you miss the whole session, 15 days. You want to recap? You don't have to worry. You can just recap the session next batch. Whatever the batch is coming. Every month I have the batch. So you don't have to wait much. Okay.
So thanks, sir.
Thank you. Chalo, so I believe we are good for today, and let's miss the next class, okay? And I know Pratik having a timing concern. We'll talk on that, okay? But I believe rest one is good, right? Thank you so much, guys, for joining the session. Have a great evening to all. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye, sir.